What's up, everybody? I want to talk about something today that I feel like is super important because I've noticed it in my own life and that I realize it's true for the boards. And that is the concept of less is more. Now you're probably like, well, somebody told me I need to study for like 15 hours a day basically to pass this thing. I have to spend all my free time, all my entire life. Everything needs to be dedicated to studying. No, that's how you burn yourself out. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I recommend everybody start studying like 3 to 4 months before the exam starts, just to make sure they have good footing, foundation, and get in the groove of studying. But here's the thing, that's a long duration of time. We are so used to cramming for something in school, and don't say that you don't, because you probably did, but the time of that you have to like, you learn material and then get tested on it in school is like what, like a week, maybe two, max 3 weeks apart. Like, you are cramming, you are going balls to the wall with this information. Now all of a sudden you have 3 months to study and you're like, well, let me go that balls to the wall like I always did in class and see how that works. And then you are wondering why you burned yourself out in 3 weeks. It's because less is more. I tell students in my coaching program, you really don't need to study for 8 hours plus a day. You can probably get away with 3, maybe 4. Like, when people ask how many hours I should study, it's not about the quantity of hours, it's about the quality of studying. You can be very efficient with your time if you know how to manage it correctly, or if you realize that the time that you have is so important for you to accomplish this task that you're going to take it seriously. And let me use an example here. Some of you guys might be like, well, I have crap time management. I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. How many of y'all have realized, oh, crap, I have 10 minutes to get ready and get out the door to get to work on time, or else I'm going to be in trouble? Y'all can get ready and get out the door in 10 minutes, right? You can be efficient with your time. You see, picking up what I'm putting down, you guys can be efficient with your time if it's valuable, if it's like important enough to you to be on it with your time. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to the board setting. Be efficient with the like 2 hours you might have that day to do things. For me, I have to be super efficient with my time. I actually have a planner that tracks like how much time I'm spending on everything, so I know I'm not effing around and not doing anything that I'm supposed to. Here's the thing. When it comes to board studying, it's very important that you make a plan for yourself every day so you know exactly what you're doing so you can be efficient with your time. It's very easy to be like, oh, I'm just going to kind of la la la. Like, no, you need to make sure you guys are like very efficient with your time, because it's so crazy to me how much time is just wasted. Just wasted. But you guys, like, when you have that section of time that you've set aside and dedicated for your studying, and you're scared enough of failing that you're like, I'm going to take it seriously and actually study, you guys will be surprised how much you get done. Have you guys ever realized, like, okay, let's say you have, 8 hours of the day to like clean your room, get dinner, like get all the ingredients for dinner ready and everything, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you've had like, I don't know, 4 hours. Like, think about, oh, this is a great one. When you got home from school, when you were a kid, I knew your mom gave you these chores to do when you got home, like, clean your room, make your bed, make sure the kitchen's clean your bathroom and stuff like that. Take out the chicken from the freezer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And how many of you guys spent most of the time just chilling, not doing anything, and then you looked at the clock and you're like, mom's gonna be home at 7. I better go take out the chicken. I better start cleaning my room and blah, blah. And you think you're being slick and you get it all good. And then you're quickly Googling on YouTube, or like going on YouTube and trying to figure out how do you quickly defrost a chicken. Y'all can be efficient in that 30 minutes, even though you had 4 hours. That's the problem. Y'all have so much time. Y'all have so much time. So, but you saw how much you could get done in that 30 minutes. Imagine if you actually were productive those 4 hours. You could have cleaned like pretty much the whole house, right? But it wasn't important enough to you until that deadline hit. If you were somebody who was motivated only by deadlines, you were going to be screwing yourself over when it comes to the boards. You need to make sure that you are ready to go when it's time to start setting, and that you pace yourself. Do not go out too hot. I know I've talked about this in another like training video. Do not go out too hot, and keep a good pace and be efficient with your time. Have you guys ever, like, for me personally, like, I've had coworkers who were like, they got sick with COVID And then, like, the third day they were feeling fine. And then they're like, I have all this time. Like, they couldn't come back to work, but they're like, I have all this time. I can like clean the house. I can do all this stuff. And they're just like, wow, look at all the stuff I could get done that I couldn't even fathom of thinking of getting done throughout the week because I just feel like I have no time. If you can be efficient in like an hour or efficient in like 30 minutes, imagine what you can do and how efficient you can be in 2 hours if you actually use the whole 2 hours. I only really studied like 2 hours a day when it came to board studying, except on Sundays when I would take my practice tests or review them. It was fine. Be efficient with your time, take it seriously, and don't think that more is better. Sometimes less is more. The less time you have to do something, the more efficient and focused you're going to be. Give yourself a specific time limit to get something done and get it done that amount of time and see how much you get done. You'll be very surprised. If you are efficient with your time, you'll get a lot more done than you think you can. And then when you have a period of time where you're like, I actually have 4 hours that I can study now, I got out of work early, or, like I actually have a day off, like I actually have time to study, think about how efficient you can be during that time, how much more you can get done. Don't wait till the last second. Don't let deadlines motivate you. Y'all can do this. Take care, and I hope this was helpful. Bye, guys.